Any robust PEO ASO software system must allow the users to be able to see the key performance indicators or KPIs quickly and easily in the system. This includes all types of users, from C-level type users all the way down to day-to-day operators of the system itself. The Darwin CRM integration actually gives you the ability to provide dashboards that show this information visually, being able to spot information quickly and easily to be able to react to it. So it goes beyond just emailing alerts and calendar items to be able to see things on charts and lists. Anything that sticks out that needs action will be able to be seen by the users very easily in the system. So you're able to access these dashboards in multiple ways wherever you are. For example, right here on screen, I'm actually within my Outlook box, jumping from my inbox with my emails to my dashboards in simply one click. If I move on, I can go ahead and see it's available in multiple browsers. Here I'm looking at it in Chrome. I can look at it in Internet Explorer or any of the other major browsers. If I was on my iPad or my iPhone or any other type of mobile device, I'd be able to access it through those devices also. So wherever you are, you'll be able to see this information. Now, taking a look at the dashboards themselves, I'll walk you through a few different dashboards, some of the charts and lists that are available in the system. It's easily to customize and create these things, which I'll do in a separate video, but talking about the ones that are out of the box and some of the custom ones I've created is where we'll go today. So right away, I've kind of got a home page, a landing page here called the Company Metrics page. And we can see different information I decided is the stuff I want to see right away. So things like the pipeline, the current values of sales going on through my pipeline I can access through here. Here is a post-sale chart. What this is showing me is not only I can see how many specific sales that my salespeople closed, I can look years down the road and see how much actual invoicing those sales created. So I can see what type of user and which salespeople are actually bringing me not only volume of sales, but quality sales. How big my company is, how many employees are in this company, the number of employees by year, my invoicing grand total by year, and my top 10 clients. Now, all of this information is click-through information. So if I was looking at one of my smaller companies here, there's only about 1,000 employees in this company, and I wanted to see the active versus inactive employees, I can do several things with this chart. I can just refresh it if I happen to be looking at it. I can pop it out and make it larger so it's a little bit more readable if I want to see more information about that chart. Or, most powerfully, I can actually click through and see the actual records that make up this chart. So this is the list of employees that make up this chart. If I wanted to see the 265 employees where the inactive flag is marked yes, I can click on this slice of the pie chart right here and it'll filter down to those employees. And of course I can drill down and see any other information I need to. So I can drill from these top level KPIs down to the specific data sources to make decisions about anything I might need to know that something's indicated to me on this actual chart. And all the other CRM functions like contacting the clients or employees, sending out email blasts, I can do starting from this level of the system itself. Other examples of dashboarding. Cost tracking is a fairly popular one where I can come in here and I can see how much time and cost I'm spending with each of my clients, each of my users in the system, etc., by the category. So I can kind of start tracking those softer costs. I have the payroll numbers and all the invoicing numbers. Now I can actually see how much time and money I'm spending on all the different types of customers and what activities are associated with this. I can auto track the fact that I ran these different payrolls right here. So for those, that information is stored automatically by the system as you're running payrolls. Another type of dashboard, maybe I want to monitor turnover or onboarding or things like that. I can jump over to my onboarding dashboard right here. So I can see how many employees have been onboarded through my onboarding system, my electronic onboarding system over the months, my number of new employees per year, and the employees that were actually created this week based upon the date range that we're doing this video. So multiple dashboards out here. Other examples, including if we have specific issues with clients needing notifications about expiring licenses and certifications, we can send those reports and emails automatically to the customers. We can also see it visually right here. We can see here are all the licenses that are expiring in the next 30 days. I can come in and actually see a list of this information right on this dashboard, so I can drill down. And I can see even more granular detail. Licenses expiring today, licenses expiring tomorrow, and then the ones expiring in the next 7 days. And then a kind of a overview of all the licenses and when they're expiring over the course of the year. So I can see I have quite a few in this week of the year, so maybe I need to react differently during that time frame. Chose licenses as an example here, but this data can be shown based upon anything that you're tracking dates on in the system itself. The payroll control dashboard. This is another dashboard that's popular among individual payroll users and payroll managers. Or an individual user can come in and see all the uncompleted payrolls that were scheduled for this week, all the total payrolls that they were scheduled to do this week, the payroll broken down by users and where they are, so I can see the payroll load balance, and the payrolls I need to run today. And once again, all this information is click-throughable, so I can come in and see the actual payroll I'm supposed to run for Harry Side running boards right here, and all the dates and anything associated with that payroll. So as that payroll would finish in the system, that number would drop off the graph itself. Retro information, another popular dashboard, as you're trying to help manage benefits and deductions, anything that's being added after an employee has started in a company. The system can detect that and calculate how much retro is actually due for those things. You can decide, and it gives the users an opportunity to manually make adjustments if necessary, but the system has done the calculations and will track how much retro is due per client, per employee. Make sure you never lose those benefit dollars based upon somebody turning in paperwork late or signing up for benefits late, etc. in the system. Jumping over to these dashboards. So once again, now I'm over here in Chrome just to show you it works in multiple browsers. If I jump to this recent sales information, more from a sales side now, so kind of the full life cycle of the client with your company. So I can see this user, this may be a specific sales user, and they like to work a certain way, a manager or a user, and they can come in and see, I want to see the leads by the most recent date somebody's done something with them. So it'll be sort of based upon the modified date. So Tim's Studio is the most recently worked with lead. That way we could see right at the top of the screen what the most hot leads are in the system, what has the most recent activity in the system. Over here, I have average days to close by salesperson, how long the sales cycle takes for the different users of the system itself. Any outstanding activities that are out there for any of these clients. Activities by owner, how they're separated by the different owners in the system. Any leads that have become opportunities, the open opportunities, and kind of a smaller version of the same pipeline we saw before in the system. Sales information is a very similar dashboard. Just kind of repackaged a little bit different way. A couple other data points are being tracked here. I can see an annual revenue versus a calculated revenue. So in the pipeline calculation, it has a percentage closed, and based upon the expected revenue of that customer, how much annual revenue we'll get based upon that calculation in the system itself. So it calculates the pipelines for you. Leads by sales stage, leads by modified date. So just a similar packaging of sales information, so a different user might want to see it in a different way. And then even from the operational side, I can come in and kind of give these macro dashboards that are in this case invoicing by client. If your organization does have different billing rates and liability rates for different cost centers, such as I'm doing here for worker comp and unemployment and my admin fees, I can see right away what my billing and what my liability is for each of my customers. Of course, this is in addition to all the reports we provide you where you can run profitability reports, but you can get a visual indication right away and make sure if anything looks out of balance, we can drill through and see what's going on. So for my workers' comp billing, workers' comp liability, same with my state unemployment right here, and then I'm just showing my top 5 or 6 clients by admin fees in the system itself right here. And finally, what users oftentimes is they will create their own work area in the system. These are the things that they want to see. They don't have to have any relationship to each other, but they can actually create these dashboards on the fly, and this could be a personalized work area for an individual user where they don't have to maneuver around the different areas of the system. They can have the clients right here, they can have their active service cases here, all the appointments that are being read from their Outlook calendar here, and maybe this user also happens to work with sales, so they're looking at all the open leads. They want to know what's about to close, and that way they can prep for bringing them into the system and setting them up correctly. Phone calls they have to make, and employees that they want to see. So the example of this work area is these are just 5 or 6 different types of areas of the system that this user wants to see able to see in one spot. Even though really this is the sales module, this is the activity area, these are the employees that deal with payroll and human resources, but all those areas can be put on one spot for each individual user to have their own customized work area. So that's just some of the examples of dashboarding. There'll be another video which will show you how to actually create dashboards on the fly, but thank you.